Wonderful to have you here and have Starwood represented. Many of you familiar maybe with Starwood, one of the leading global investment firms, I think 120 billion assets under management. Segueing, I think, over the last years, very much also the lending business from the US to Europe. Maybe you can, we heard yesterday a lot about Europe and the US, about the rationale, Starwood's thinking to expand the lending business into Europe the way you've done so, and I think you've been leading that effort over the last years.
Yeah, look, first of all, thank you for having me, and great to see everyone this morning. In terms of our credit business, you know, we've been around for over 30 years. As part of our DNA, credit's been a big feature in what we've done. We're typically known as an opportunistic equity investor more broadly across the globe, but that also entails a lot of distressed credit investing. But as part of our business model, we also have a very big credit business, particularly in the United States. Since 2009, we've deployed almost $100 billion in commercial real estate lending globally, and Europe is becoming a bigger feature for our business. So in 2018, we revamped our business in Europe and had a big push, seeing the dynamics that were evolving in Europe and the potential for growth in the non-bank lender space. We continued to resource up our team and broaden and deepen our capital sources. And so today, our international lending business is 9 times bigger than it was in 2018. So we're just a little under $9 billion across international lending. Europe is a huge growth prospect for our business, and we see the dynamics as interesting as they've ever been in the last decade.
We just heard about the different positions of the capital structure. I think a very interesting way to show the different components from David. We talked about leverage. I'd love to jump a little bit deeper into leverage, because it's been a big part of the discussion already yesterday when we spoke in the breakout sessions. Can you elaborate a little bit the different forms that are common in Europe versus the US? Are we importing certain concepts from the US to Europe over time? Is that something you're also working on? And certainly we can jump into advantages, disadvantages on the different forms of leverage. If it's AB, note-on-note, warehouse, you know, CLOs, whatever is available to you.
Yeah, look, I think Europe is still at a very nascent stage in terms of its development of its non-bank lender space. If we look at the United States, that market has evolved since the mid-1950s. If we look at Europe, non-bank lenders represented less than 1% of real estate investing in the credit side prior to the GFC. Today, that has evolved and grown substantially. As part of that evolution, more creativity and R&D